Hello people on YouTube, nice to see you all again. Today I want to chat about something that I've been thinking about, and that is CVs. People now after COVID have been applying for jobs both online and electronically. Well, that's the same thing. And giving hard copies to companies. And I want to give a couple of tips to people on how to make their CVs just that little bit better, especially for first-time applicants. Now, these are just basic tips. Some of them a little bit obvious, some of them not so obvious. So, before further ado, let's get right into it. First one is check your spelling. I look at a lot of CVs, and that's one thing I've noticed comes up. So, not all of us are spelling geniuses, but that doesn't matter. If you're typing your CV out on whatever application, Microsoft Word for example, use a spell check. Run through your entire document with your spell check. Check the right word has been selected, replace, and you're sorted. The next thing that you could find is coming up. When people are doing their very first CVs, they want to do it nice and fancy. But sometimes when a recruiter receives these CVs, it can be a little bit confusing. Maybe it's a little bit too elaborate. When you're recruiting, or when you're looking for somebody and you get 20 CVs, now you're looking at the cover and you can't find the person's name because there's pictures and little arrows and all this type of thing. The person might just put that CV aside. You don't want that to happen to your CV. So make it nice and straightforward, very well laid out, nice and neat. The only time this is not going to apply is if in the when you were applying for the job it said please make a fancy CV in XYZ, then that doesn't apply. Make it nice and simple. I have noticed that on Microsoft Office and on other applications there are layouts for CVs. Some of them can be really fancy and really confusing even for a user. Only use these if you really want to in an extreme situation and if a recruiter requires that. So I got a little bit into that topic, but it actually leads us into topic number 3. When you're doing your CV, make sure you have your full name and a contact number for a person to find you. I've gotten CVs where I can't find the person's full name. So I may have a nickname, or I may have an initial and a surname, or I may have just a surname. This can be confusing for a recruiter. Put full name and your surname, and if you have a known as name or a name that you like to be called by, say I like to be called Joe, even if your name is something completely different. This is a friendly way to present your CV. And then a contact number that you can easily be found on, so the guy likes your CV but then he can't find you. And this is nice and simple. Then the fourth point is when you're typing out your CV, be nice, friendly, and simple. Avoid writing a lengthy description of your personality, your hobbies, and your pets, and your dogs, and your cats, and all this. The recruiter's looking for a packer, he's looking for a receptionist, he's looking for an HR officer. So they're not going to read through that first 3 pages of those descriptions. They're likely going to put your CV aside. If the first intro is very simple, I am ABC, I can do this and this. If they want to know about your hobbies, they will likely ask for it in the advert for the job. So I hope these tips have helped you. If you would like more tips or have any suggestions of your own, please put it down in the comments and feel free to add your own thoughts. Please like and subscribe and follow me for more suggestions on this. Thanks, bye for now.